At the edge of night, when the horizon softens into shadow and the first stars emerge, there is a story whispered across centuries. It is the story of the moon and a mortal, of time held still, and of dreams that last forever. The moon has always watched the earth. Each evening she rises, pale and radiant, drifting silently across the heavens. Her name is Selene, and her light has been a companion to travelers, a guide to sailors, and a comfort to those who lie awake in the dark. But there was a time when Selene's gaze lingered not on oceans or mountains, but on a single valley where a shepherd rested. His name was Endymion. He was not a king, nor a warrior, nor a poet. He tended his sheep in quiet fields, lived simply among the hills, and slept each night beneath the open sky. Selene first saw him one summer evening as she rose above the horizon. The shepherd lay on a grassy slope, his flock gathered nearby, the rhythm of bells faint in the distance. His face, turned upward to the stars, seemed peaceful, touched by the glow of the moonlight. In that stillness, Selene felt something stir within her, a quiet wonder, a pull she could not resist. Night after night she returned. While mortals slept, she drifted across the heavens, her chariot drawn by silver horses, her crown aglow with radiant light. But when she reached that valley, she would pause, letting her light rest upon Endymion. He never stirred, never knew he was watched, yet the goddess found herself waiting for these moments. The stars glittered above, the earth lay hushed below, and in between, the moon and the shepherd shared a silence deeper than words. Selene was immortal, daughter of Titans, her life measured in eternities. Endymion was mortal, his days counted by sunrises and sunsets. She knew their paths could never truly cross, and yet her heart leaned toward him as surely as the tide leans toward the shore. Legends say that Selene, unable to resist, descended from the sky. She came softly, her silver robes trailing mist, her light casting gentle shadows across the meadow. There, in the quiet valley, she touched Endymion's face, brushed his brow with the cool glow of moonlight. And though he did not wake, some say he smiled, as though the dream he dreamed was filled with her presence. Time passed, as time always does. The shepherd grew older, his steps slower, his face touched by the years. Selene, eternal, remained unchanged, bright, unyielding, timeless. The thought weighed upon her that one day he would be gone, and she would rise alone, night after night, across an earth without him. So she went to Zeus, king of gods, and pleaded for a gift, not riches, not glory, but sleep, an endless gentle sleep for Endymion, untouched by age, untouched by sorrow, a slumber in which he would dream forever, neither waking nor fading, suspended in timeless rest. Zeus listened, and though the reasons are lost to myth, whether pity, amusement, or some deeper wisdom, he granted her request. And so Endymion lay down beneath the sky and closed his eyes. But this time he did not wake with dawn. Instead, he drifted into a dream as deep as eternity. His chest rose and fell with the rhythm of breath, his face serene, his body unchanged by time. Selene returned to him, night after night, as she always had. Now she found him in eternal slumber, his expression peaceful, his dreams endless. She would bend close, her light brushing across his face, and whisper words no waking ear would ever hear. She became his companion in dreams, his guardian in sleep, his visitor in the world between waking and eternity. The valley grew wild around him. Grass rose high, flowers bloomed and withered, seasons turned. But Endymion remained as he was, a figure of stillness, cradled in time. And above him, Selene continued her journey across the sky, pausing each night to gaze upon the one she had chosen. Some say that in his dreams, Endymion wandered with her, that the valleys he crossed were lit by her glow, that the nights he dreamed were filled with her presence, that though his body lay in stillness, his spirit walked beside the moon, hand in hand with the goddess of night. Others say that Selene bore him many daughters, children of dreams and moonlight, each carrying a fragment of their union. But whether these are myths layered upon myths, or truths hidden in the folds of time, no one can say. What endures is the image of a shepherd who sleeps forever, and a goddess who descends each night to watch over him. It is a story of love, though not the kind sung by poets of triumph or passion. It is quieter, gentler, a love that asks not for possession, but for presence. A love that sought not to change the course of time, but to pause it, to hold a single moment still forever. In this there is sorrow, perhaps, for Endymion never woke again, never opened his eyes to see the goddess who loved him. Yet there is peace too, for his sleep is without pain, without fear, without end. And in that sleep, Selene finds him always unchanged, undisturbed, waiting beneath her light. The story of Selene and Endymion is told in whispers and poems, in the silver glow of moonlight across sleeping fields. It is a reminder that love does not always shout, does not always burn. Sometimes it is quiet, steady, and tender as the moonlight itself. Each time you see the moon rise above the horizon, pale against the dark, think of Selene. Think of the goddess pausing in her path, bending low to gaze upon a shepherd who dreams without end. And perhaps, if the night is still enough, if your heart is quiet enough, you might feel what she felt. The soft pull of affection, the wonder of presence, the peace of a love that endures beyond time. So let the story guide you now, as the stars drift overhead and the night deepens. Let it remind you of stillness, of gentleness, of the beauty found in silence. For like Endymion, you too are cradled by night, held beneath the endless gaze of the moon. Sleep now and dream, and may Selene's light guide you into a rest as peaceful as the shepherd's, a slumber without hurry, without weight, filled only with quiet and wonder.